The Ford F150 Lightning. Perfect for the Danish roads, I would say. Absolutely unnecessary, but perfect at the same time. Hello again. This is the F150 Lightning. And to a European and a Danish guy here, that means a car you can't get in Europe and in Denmark. But this car is on visit. And we're gonna convince the Danish people that cars like this maybe have a soft spot in Denmark. And there's room for such cars here on the European roads. Because this car is, wait for it, this motor vehicle is almost 6 meters long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's absolutely stupid and just insanity. Do we all want something reasonable and boring? Well, this is not boring at all. But before we take a tour in this thing, to see if it even fits on the Danish roads. Let me just take a tour around this car. On the key fob, you will see some different buttons here. And the first thing that springs to my mind is that you can open the front from here. Yep, that's not normal. This is the first trunk I have tried where you can even sit in the trunk, and there's plenty of room. I even think that it could fit in here actually. Should we try? Just for fun. This is insane. Imagine if I got stuck now. Yeah, it's perfect for those who always dreamed about not having enough seats in the car. They can just use the trunk for another human being. Besides this trunk being 400 liters, the more important thing is, okay, take a look at this. Over here, there's an outlet and you can see 4 full American style power outlets. And you have a USB-C also and USB-A and a green button. I don't know what that does. Let's push it. Okay, then they are active and you can shut them off. Okay, pretty cool. So down here you will find a storage space for the cables, but more important, fit your drinks. If you're American, then you can do your barbecue stuff.
We're gonna have it on video. Oh, gee.
This is the part where the normal American Ford F150 owner would think, what the... The thing about the F150, to an American user, there's people over there who see this as an iPhone. They will never drive anything else than a Ford F150. And for those people, this car is perfect. And this car has so much history and such a big cult following.
Being a man isn't how you dress or how you smell. Being a man isn't even anything you look like, although it does help. No, being a man is what you do with your hands. Built Ford Tough.
So it's very different and interesting on how a Danish or a European guy or girl would look at this car. But let's just see to make sure. We'll surely love this thing. Okay, moving 3 tons from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.1 seconds with 580 brake horsepower and yeah, a lot of torque. I don't know how much, but this must be plus 1000. It feels... How can you even move 3 tons this quick? Let's just launch it to make sure. Okay. This is normally used for intake, but this is just blank, and the cooling for the car is down here actually. And then we have these rocket metal pull things where you can, yeah, put pull straps through. Let's take a look around the back to see if it's just like any other European car. For starters, you have the bed up here, where you can put all your stuff. I don't know what you put. What do you even put in a bed? We will learn the American way, and the American way seems to be that you have the space up back here. I don't know what this is for. Maybe transporting more humans, or
It'll be fine.
you can open it here electrically. And you can do this. I think this is the first time I ever stepped into the back like this on a car. And you can step on the bed of the car. So now I'm actually on top. The thing is, can you even lay down here in the back? This would be perfect for, like, I don't know, camping, or maybe drive-in view. This will be perfect. Why don't we have this in Denmark or in any other European country? If you forgot the measuring tape, you can just use your trunk bed here for measuring stuff. So we have centimeters in the top and inches in the bottom. I think this is electric too, yes, okay. Cool. With such a huge bed here, where you can fit tons of things, humans, you would think there is possibly no way to fit this kind of bed and this kind of frunk and then have room for rear seats. But then you might be wrong. A stupid amount of space. And this is the first two. The middle seat is almost as wide as the normal seats. But take a look at this freaking thing. It's huge. You have heated seats, power outlets. You have USB-Cs and USB-A. And this huge mirror center console where they will write platinum, because this is the platinum edition. And the car also says platinum here because it's of course the platinum edition. Why you use rocket letters, because this is a rocket car. Sitting in here is like, do you know when you visit your old town, maybe your old neighborhood, and you think to yourself, how does this town get so small? Because you grow older and you grow more adult and you're a big human and you see the world in a small way. Yeah, this is not like that. This is the opposite. Push this. There'll be a huge, just even look at this. This is, yep, a lot bigger than my hand. Obviously it doesn't look like a gear knob. This is a handle from a Boeing 380. And over here you have a grab handle from a semi-truck where you can open it like this. Very convenient. And in the middle, all the switches are huge. Why does everything have to be this big? I don't understand, but they are. Look at this. You can push this button. And the Boeing 380 handle will retract down and you can push this. And you'll have a flat bed. And this is huge. I don't know how to explain. This is a normal size paper. And look at this. This will fit 1, 2, 3, 4 times over. And under here you obviously have storage, because why not? You don't have any other storage possibilities in this car, so this might be your only option. Here in the middle you have this screen. And this is pretty much the same thing as in the Mark E. And in the Mark E, this screen was ridiculously big. But in this car, it almost seems small. Not to mention power outlets, more power, wireless charging. Have you seen this before? You can... How do you do this? Oh my god, is that massage? But now, let's get to it. First thing first, let's start up the car. Built tough. Now let's raise the Boeing command control here. Now let's show them. Put it in gear. Absolutely ridiculous. How the fuck is it even legal to make such a big car? Feels like driving a bus around here. This is not a bus, this is like, oh my freaking god, are you actually kidding me? Enough of the car park, let's show the Danish road users how it's done. Absolutely unnecessary, but perfect at the same time. This is obviously a big truck.
Thank God for rednecks. This is a really big truck, and these are really big guns.
It doesn't feel like you're driving this car. It feels like you're kind of a pilot in it. It feels so comfortable on the road, and you feel like you can conquer everything. Not only speed bumps, but everything. You feel like you can run away everything in this car. And it will make wheel spin. Let's just see how it feels on a small road here. Yep, that's wheel spin at 60 kilometers per hour. How much does it weigh again? Yep, it's 3 tons. Can we take the path here just like... In this car you don't even think about what's the road or what's not the road. You can just drive everywhere you want. It's a monster, this car. And the electric version is just the perfect version of the F150 for being even more stupidly fast and stupidly powerful. This guy, he must be very jealous at this point. Let's just pull up to take a group photo, just to humiliate him, to show him how small of a truck he has. This is almost too perfect to maneuvering around. I would say this could be perfect for the inner circle of London too. Look at that thing. You look at this car, you think, oh, that's so big and so cool with the side pipes and everything. And take a look at the Ford, which is longer in the front. Now let's look at the back, where it's also much more huge. What a pathetic small car you got. Yeah, this guy must be a bit embarrassed at this point. Yeah, it must be embarrassing to have such a small car, but luckily that's not us. What a pathetic car park. I feel like a goddamn monster truck driver. I think there's a market for this car in Denmark. You can actually power your home for 3 days with this car. I'm biggest, then I must be first. Remember the brakes. This is not something you would hit anything with, because I cannot help but smiling when I'm driving this car. This is just... As you can see at this point, I was very impressed by this truck. Very good. Unfortunately, my 1 hour test drive was over. Without basically knowing anything about trucks, I would say this is up there, among the best. Some of you may have noticed that our logo has changed, and there's a good reason for that. So you just have to tune in for the next episode to find out. Okay. And this episode is sponsored by Climate APA. If you're working in the financial or car industry, well, this might be the perfect tool for you. With this tool, you can find your customers' running cost of their future motor vehicle. Yeah, I thought it would be funny to do the sponsored part in an American way, so...